brought my camera to CodeMash in Sandusky, and I had every intention of interviewing a lot of intelligent, technical people. When I got there, I discovered that John Kellar of Telerik was there. And he was doing something very similar. He had his camera and he was interviewing people. So I decided that my very first interview should be talking to him and finding out things that I could do better before I get started. So this is my conversation with John, and he was very happy to share some of his secrets. In fact, he had just returned from a conference in Bulgaria where he had done some interviews on Microsoft Surface, which you can find on his site, edgeofdev.com. So after watching this video, you want to jump over there and check out his interview.
There you go. I'm here with John Kellar,
Yep,
right? That's your name, right?
Yes.
What is that? Is that Bulgarian?
No.
John works for. Tell us about yourself, John.
Well, I work for Telerik. I am a developer, primarily done C# and Windows forms and WPF applications. And I'm currently a developer evangelist for Telerik.
Okay, I'll tell you what.
Nashville.
I'll tell you why I wanted to talk to you is because I see you around here with a camera. You're talking to people. You're getting their ideas here at CodeMash in Sandusky, Ohio.
Right.
And I'm a guy that wants to do the same thing. I want to talk to people. I want to find out. I want to interview smart people, learn from them, and I want to record it and share that with people. And so I want to get some advice from you. First of all, who do you talk to? How do you know who's a good person to talk to?
So, for the most part, I mean, first, the reason why you want to do a podcast. That's the key thing. And you really got to understand why you want to do that. Do you want to get more information for yourself? Do you want to share that information for other people and that sort of thing? I am doing it because I'm capturing information to present to other people that don't have the opportunity to be at events like this,
Okay.
or go around the community. As far as who I talk to, I primarily go after anybody that will sit down with me for a few minutes, whether it be a speaker, a community member that I know is knowledgeable in a certain area, whatever it may be. I'll just capture that video with them and then turn that into an episode of my podcast.
All right, so you've got an idea that the person you talk to has some knowledge in a particular area that you or your listeners are interested in before you sit down and talk to them.
Right.
You have a set of questions that you write down or think of before you come in, or you just start
No,
talking?
as a matter of fact, I don't even pre-plan what we're going to talk about. I sit down, I grab Jennifer
Marsman.
pan over to Jennifer Marsman, who's right here, and just asked her today, I was like, are you willing to sit down? She's like, sure. So we sat down and we talked about WPF and how to code for that, and some of the different things that are available for that for Surface.
Surface is great.
So Microsoft Surface, she was talking about all the Surface stuff. So you saw the presentation. I got a capsule of that captured on video just by sitting down with her. So it's valuable information. Somebody can't necessarily sit down for an hour and watch a video necessarily, but they can see a small tidbit of that information and still benefit from it.
Absolutely.
So-
Absolutely.
So speakers and then community members.
All right. And how do you connect with people? How do you open up? Tell me a good opening line that I can use on my next speak. Too late for this one, of course.
Hello. Well, I'm kind of a shy guy, so people just come up.
I sense that about you.
No. Type A personality, I'll go after
Yeah.
the people I want, and I just tell them I'd like to talk to them, but normally it works out for me.
Okay.
So.
All right, and I'll tell you, I'm not just asking these questions. I'm really going to use this information.
No, that's great.
Are you letting them drive the conversation mostly? It sounds like you are.
Yes, because it's not about me.
It's not about
It's
you.
about the content and about them getting that out to people in the community.
How'd you get started doing this?
It's actually been a long-term desire that I've had. I do DevLink, and that's one of the reasons I do DevLink is to get people access to information that they don't have the opportunity, because they can't afford to go to Tech Ed for $3,000 or PDC for $3,000 or Dev Connections via Slide for however much those things cost. So we put on DevLink at a fraction of the cost, like really, really cheap. And people like you get
I've
to
been to
come
DevLink, it was
and
great.
go to those and get a lot of information.
Tell those guys about what is DevLink.
So DevLink is just a nonprofit organization set up to where we bring in speakers. The same speakers you see at those major conferences come to DevLink, and I put on a conference for somewhere between $50 and $100 to attend. And this year's going to be a 3-day event. It's going to be in August, 13th, 14th, and 15th. www.devlink.net. Let me pump it real quick. No, but the premise behind it is people can't go to everyday.net. People can't go to all these conferences, and a lot of people are independent consultants. They can't afford to do that sort of thing, whether it be taken off time and not be billable, whatever. So the same concept with this, I've had a desire to do it for a long time, and I recently started with Telerik. And I expressed that desire to them, and they were like, we want you to do it.
And we'll pay you to do it.
And we'll pick up the stuff, and we'll get all the equipment
And
for
they'll
you.
buy the equipment, that's right.
So, we've got the equipment, and I mean, they're willing to let me go through and learn this stuff, and that's what I've done.
Okay.
And I literally, I've only had one episode released so far, and
It's on Telerik.com?
it's on TV, let me do it this way. It's on edgeofdev.com.
Yeah.
And that'll take you to the correct landing site for it. But yeah, it's, in the first episodes with Tim Huckabee on Microsoft Surface.
Oh, that's great, okay.
But it's not specific to code only. I'm going to be talking to, again, whoever will sit down with me, as long as it relates in some way to developers in their daily routine.
Not even specific to Telerik spies.
No.
Wow. That's great. I really appreciate it. Thanks a lot.
Thank you. Did I even answer your question?
I don't think
I don't know if I did.